Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 1683 of What You Up To Now, documenting primarily the business journey as I transitioned originally in 2017 from the brick and mortar corporate world of business to the online world of business. Spent over a quarter century in corporate America while simultaneously running different businesses in different industries and different arenas for the past but true. So today I'm a little challenged. I want to say frustrated, but I don't want to be frustrated. I'm just a little challenged. Facebook, I record my live videos every morning on Facebook. Why? It's free, it's easy, it's fast. Normally. Now Facebook over this past year has been rolling out their new page format, which is basically a way to take our pages, turn them into profiles, and make us start all over again. We start out with no followers, no page, members, etc., no friends. We have to go back in and do that. And I pushed off until September, until yesterday, when my Supersize Your Business for Female Entrepreneurs page switched over to the new page format. And actually I've got a handful of other pages that have switched already, but I don't record my live videos on them, so it hasn't mattered. Today and yesterday, it mattered a lot. And so I'm having to figure out the new format, how to record, how to do things, how do I get my people that were originally on my page onto the new page format, because none of them transfer along. And it's all, of course, designed to help Facebook charge us more money. They say it's for us to reach more people, but it's for us to figure out who our people are so they can charge us money and so they can follow us and get more information on us, yada, yada, yada. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's their business model. Their business model is to gather as much information as they can on us as individuals and then sell it to the highest bidders. I get that. And by using the platform, we agree that we don't necessarily agree with it, but it's okay. We give them permission to do that by using their platform. And I love the free video. I love the quick and ease of being able to hop on my cell phone and just record a video in the morning and give myself the permission to not have to edit it. I just save it because it's only going to last a day, so here it is. Here's what I have to say. So learning that, and I'm deciding it's a learning opportunity because it's just a matter of time before this page, my Sharon Horne-Ellstrom page, switches over to the new format automatically. And you get 3 days to do it, right? You either do it or you probably lose your page. But I did look into, you could switch back to the old format, but it wasn't even in English. So they say there's a way to do that, to go back to the original format, but there really isn't, unless it's buried in all of this information that spits out when you click on the link, which is not in. I choose to try to figure out or understand with my magnifying glass or blow up on a big computer. I'll just figure out the new way of doing things. When things change around us, that's what we need to do. Figure out how to make it work for us, and that's what I'm doing. And so I'll figure it out now, and I'm getting now kind of a little excited about it because it's not just a matter of time before Sharon Horne-Ellstrom switches to, and then I've got both my pages on the same format again, which is always nice. I find every time I'm doing something, especially if it's a repetitive thing, I want to find the quickest, easiest, most efficient and effective way to do that task, and that's how I've gotten with my videos and my content creation every day. Most people don't create content every day unless they have a whole team of people doing it with them. And I do it every day just by my lonesome. So with my vision challenges, right? So it's kind of a big deal when things change, especially when my phone updates and all my icons move around. It's like, okay, now I can't find anything. But guess what? I figure it out. That's what we do. We figure our life out. So today for Supersize Your Business, we're focusing on communication this month to coincide with the BU 365-day challenge. There's 9 areas in the life framework that I use now: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, relationships, contribution, I forgot something, confidence and communication. Confidence and communication. And so we've covered all of the other 8 areas in my life. It's not my life framework. Lots of other people have different life frameworks, but it's the one I use, so I call it mine. I didn't invent it. I didn't create it. I got the 7 from Tony Robbins, who probably got it from Jim Rohn, who probably got it from one of the other previous personal development folks before him. But it's the one I adopted a long time ago, and I just use it because it worked for me. And so last year I added communication and confidence because I was getting some coaching in those areas, and I'm like, if I'm learning it, I might as well share it with you, because that's how we make the world a better place, by doing what we can and contributing what we can and sharing what we've learned, sharing our experiences, sharing what we can with people that can use that information to, or can apply that information to, or might hear it this year but not apply it for 10 years. Doesn't matter. It still makes the world a better place. So today our idiom for Supersize Your Business was to get the message. Talked about where that came from, what it means, and different forms that I've heard it in and used it in, and how we can apply it to building and growing and supersizing our business. To get the message means making sure we're communicating in a way that people understand what we're trying to communicate. They get it. They get the picture. They understand what it is that we're sharing, what it is that we're offering, how we can help them. So we talked about that. Our topic for today for the challenge, the annual challenge, was communication modes. Now this is something that I thought would be, okay, it's going to be a handful of communication modes, no problem. And as I researched it, I found there's a lot of different ways to break down communication, right? And so I think I settled into one that's like 12 different modes of communication, which is a lot. So I might pick fewer for tomorrow's task because we're going to take modes of communication a step further. Today we just said, all right, what's my favorite mode of communication? We're sharing that. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being awesome, 1 being really stinking at something, meaning communication. Overall, how do we feel about our ability right now to communicate? We're sharing that number. So sharing, how do we feel about our ability to communicate right now on a scale of 1 to 10? And what's our favorite mode or method of communication? And again, I was surprised at all the different ways. And I shouldn't be surprised because every day when I research idioms, I find that there's so much different information on them, and you have to sort through it all to figure out what makes sense, the most sense, and what to share. Again, this is me filtering the information that I'm scanning to share, and I'm just one person and one person's perspective on that. Like everything else, it's up to the viewer, the listener, to ascertain and determine and decide, what does that mean to you? I'm sharing the research I did and what I found and what the different things to think about that I'm thinking about with respect to that topic or that idiom, and then it's up to us and each one of us to do the same. One of our biggest responsibilities and one of our biggest rights as human beings is to think for ourselves and decide what things mean to us. Because it doesn't matter what it means to President Biden. It doesn't matter what it means to former President Trump. It doesn't matter what it means to anyone, our mom, our dad, our sisters, our brothers, our friends, our significant other. It only matters how we interpret what it means to us and how we're going to use it and apply it in our life, or choose not to. So I will continue to figure out my social media platforms as I always do. I get a little miffed about it sometimes, but the truth is, it's like the weather. Social media platforms and things outside of us change all the time. So why spend any time being upset about it? Just figure it out, find the solution, focus on the solution, and move on, move forward. And that's served me really well over the last 4 or 5 years. It's like, okay, this happened. I could be all upset and frustrated about it, or I can say, wow, that just happened. What does it mean to me? What do I want it to mean to me? What am I going to do with it, or what am I not? Maybe it doesn't mean anything to me. Or maybe I feel a certain way immediately, but then I realize I am overreacting to this, and it really, in the overall scheme of things, a week from now, even a couple of days from now, I'm not even going to remember that this happened. So why am I giving it any emotional energy in a negative way right now? And then I usually just let it go and move to the next thing that I want to pay attention to. All right, if I can help you in any way, ask. You can always hit me up at pajamagramma@gmail.com on Voxer. If you don't know what Voxer is, Google it. Look for it in the App Store. It's my favorite way to communicate. I guess I forgot about that. I didn't even share that in Supersize, or not in the challenge today. Actually, my personal favorite way to communicate with people, especially coaching students and consulting students and clients, is through an app called Voxer. And that's because it's a walkie-talkie app. So it cuts out all the nonsense. It cuts out all the extra things I need to do due to my vision challenges to communicate in other ways. Messaging, texting, email. If you want to get me, email is not the way unless you call me and tell me and leave me a message that you're leaving me an email, or I will never go to look for it or see it. I think I've got 60,000 plus messages in my inbox and in my primary inbox in my Gmail account right now, because it's really a pain for me to blow it up on the big screen in order to read those emails. And then I get a headache after reading a few anyway, so I choose not to do it. Should I hire somebody to read my emails? No, because 99% of them are something that I don't need to respond to and I don't even care about. All right. Have an absolutely awesome day. It's Friday in my neck of the woods, heading into a weekend. Excited. Hope you are too. And I will, of course, be with you tomorrow because I show up every day.